Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome, man. Welcome to Beyond Classic Rock. Today, I've got an album reaction coming for you, man. And this album is called Spiderland, and it's from a rock band called Slint. Wow, man. I've never heard of these guys, so it'll be quite interesting. I'm really digging the platform for that. It introduces you to so many different things and so many different acts, so many different bands. Sometimes they just slip under the radar for whatever reason, or it's because maybe I wasn't raised on a certain genre. I'm not quite sure. It's always interesting to try and figure out the whys. Why have I not heard of these people before, and that sort of stuff. But anyway, hey, before I pop this off, man, I just want to give out a shout and a thanks to Richard Stedman. Richard, thank you very much for the recommendation. And as well, too, what I'm going to do with this album reaction, as I do with most, is I split it down the middle. And so we've got two videos. Sometimes I might have to separate the review from the body of the videos, making it three. So we'll see how it goes on YouTube. So if the whole thing doesn't catch, maybe a part of it will catch, you know? And that's how it goes. It's kind of like a coin toss. I would say about 45-50% of the time I'm successful to at least get a part of it up onto YouTube. So that's the method to my madness, man. So having said all of that, let's hit this up. Slint, Spiderland, Part 1. Let's get it. Cheers.
I stepped out onto the midway. I was looking for the pirate ship when I saw this small, old-like tenant motor. It was blue and had white lights hanging all around it. Decided to check out the tent. It seemed like I could hear music coming from inside. As I walked toward it, I passed a crowd of people at a sideshow. Couldn't figure out why they would want to wait in line. I pulled back the drape thing on the tent. There was a crystal ball on the table. Behind it, a girl wearing a hat. She smiled and asked me if I wanted my fortune read. I said okay, and sat down. Then I thought about it for a minute. Asked her if she'd rather go on the roller coaster instead.
He's at a fair, and he's instead of getting his fortune told, he takes the lady on a roller coaster ride.
Creeping up into the sky, stopping at the top then starting down. The girl grabbed my hand, I clutched it tight. I said goodbye to the ground.
Solid musicianship here.
Far below, a soiled pan. A bucket of corn tickets set aside. He watches the children run by. And cleans his teeth.
Spinning round, my head began to turn. I shouted and searched the sky for a friend. I heard the
shudders as she steps down from the platform. She clutches her stomach and then begins to eat. The ticket taker smiles. The last car is ready. Who told you you could leave?
The song is quite humorous, even though the structuring and everything seems to be more serious, but at the heart of it, it's a very humorous song. I like that voiceover medley intro that they were doing.
The sun was setting by the time we left. We walked across the deserted lot alone. We were tired, but we each managed to smile. At the gate, I said goodnight to the fortune teller. The carnival sun threw colored shadows on her face, but I could tell she was blushing.
In a way, he kind of turned the tables on her. She's usually the one kind of in control and has the higher ground.
I live in a castle. I'm a prince. On days I try to please my queen. Evenings I start to smile with my smiling queen, who sits across the table by the food she made. Like a bat, I flushed the girl and threw out my back door. Night came, tomorrow was no more.
She ran with little glances and railed like a red, cold train. She ran with little glances and railed like a red, cold train.
My lids are opened when the sun is high. I slink away from my queen's weary stare. I can settle down and be doing just fine till I hear that old train rolling down the line.
Is he dreaming? Is he having a dream, like a really trippy dream, or is he tripping out?
She set a fire
think he's caught up in some sort of a dream or he's tripping on something. He's getting weird visuals and shit.
She peeked around the corner. She offered me her hand. My teeth touched her skin. And she was gone again.
I love the grunginess of the guitars, man. It really helps moving the story along. And I'm digging this whispering thing that they're doing, voiceover thing that they're doing. You know where I'm going with this, right? If I had the power, I'd tell these dudes, yo, I want a concept album in this fashion. These guys would produce a great concept album.
Now my queen is lying in her early grave. After that girl, I'll keep it rolling. There's nothing left to save.
Yeah, he's dreaming because he's talking about queens and having, I think, the ability to fly and stuff. He's tripping. Good song though, the musicianship. I like the format of the story and everything, and their musicianship pulls it off. It's tight. I love the grunginess. Good band. Is that it? Is that side one? Okay.
Don stepped outside.
For a second there, I thought two songs were wrapped into one.
It felt good to be alone. He wished he was drunk. Thought about something he just said. And how stupid it had sounded. He knew he should forget about it. And he decided to piss. But he couldn't.
A plane passed silently overhead. The street light and the buds on the trees and the night were still.
It finally came. He took a deep breath. It made him feel strong and determined to go back inside.
You know, I have a visual of a dad trying to keep his bratty ass kids calm, and he's just like, oh man, I need a break. I gotta go outside, get a breath of fresh air, strike up a bud. That's what I'm visualizing.
dances.
like at a function or something.
With amusement, with evasion, with contempt, so distant, with malice, for being a sty. In their engagement,
Like swimming underwater in the darkness. Like walking through an empty house.
Yeah, he's somewhere he doesn't want to be.
The audience being watched
People he doesn't like.
outside by no one.
he could not dance to anything. Don left and drove and howled and laughed at himself. He felt he knew what that was. Don woke up. And looked at the night before. He knew what he had to do. He was responsible. In the mirror, he saw his friend.
He looked in the mirror and he saw his friend. Okay. Wow. So that is Slint. These guys got skills, boy. Holy. The first thing I would want from these dudes is a concept album. Dig their style, man. The way they tell story and song, and they've got their great musicianship. It makes it, it completes it, you know? These guys would produce great concept albums. That narrative that they do, the voiceover narrative, kind of introducing and moving the story along, telling a story and giving you the visual, and the musicianship is so good that it takes you on a little bit of a cerebral trip, you know? Hey, fantastic formula, man. Fantastic formula. These guys would be fantastic with anything, but the concept album vibe is what I'm getting for these guys, man. If I had my way and I was an agent or I was someone of influence, I'd be like, I want a concept album from you guys. Absolutely. Really good, man. Good musicianship. I like that narrative thing that they got going on. That is really cool. It's very different. It's outside of the norm. It's not used and utilized every day and all the time, so it makes it quite unique. And like I said again, going back to the concept album thing, these guys would just be awesome to produce a bunch of concept albums in this kind of musical format. It's amazing, isn't it? How there's just so much out there and a great band like this can go unrecognized. But maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me in my little corner of the world. Maybe it's just me in my shell. I always have to stop and remind myself that, hey, you know, you were raised in a very isolated little area, and maybe these guys are very, very well renowned, and it's just me that's not aware. But yeah, I haven't heard of them, and I'm not familiar with their work or their sound, even their signature sound. And that's a shame, man. But thankfully, this platform is introducing me to a lot of these great artists that would have completely gone unnoticed by me. So props to a lot of you for bringing into our awareness new talent like this, man. So let's call this the end of side 1, man. We'll hit up side 2, and then I'll do a review on the back end of side 2, and we'll see how that catches on YouTube. Digging this so far, man. These guys are really, really skilled in what they're doing. Not only are they great musicians, but great storytellers. That's rare, let me tell you, in music. All right, I'll see you in part 2. All right, y'all. Here we are, man, back again. We're going to be hitting up side 2 of Spiderland from Slint, man. Excellent band. Holy cow. Really good musicianship and excellent storytellers. These guys are meant to produce concept albums, among a whole bunch of other things that I'm sure that they can do. But concept album for me is where it's at, man. These guys would be fantastic with that. So let's hit up side 2, man, and then I'll do a review on the back end. Slint, Spiderland, side 2. Let's get it. There we go.
Remember me as you fall to sleep. Fill your pockets with the dust of the memory that rises from the shoes on my feet. I won't be back here, though we may meet again. I know it's dark outside. Don't be afraid. Every time I ever cried for fear, it's just a mistake that I made. Wash yourself in your tears and build your church on the strength of your faith.
It's leaving her. relationship.
Listen to me. Don't let go. Don't let this desperate moonlight leave me your empty pillow. Promise me the sun will rise again. Embracing thoughts of tonight's dreamless sleep. My head is empty, my toes are warm. I am safe from home.
He leaves her. She's going through her pain, and he's also going through his. Great musicianship to accompany the song. You get the emotional angst of it all. But it's such a great tool in storytelling, how things slow down to get what he's feeling, and then it speeds up and becomes more heavy. And it's back and forth like that. That's a great structure, man. And they're stretching the shit out of the sand. That was excellent. That was a great song, man. They've got that cerebral seduction going on, man. Not only with their vocals, but also with their musicianship. I think it's just meant to take you on an emotional ride, kind of up and down, flexing, if you will. That was a trip all in itself.
Let me in. The voice cried softly from outside the wooden door. Scattered remnants of the ship could be seen in the distance. Blood stained the ice along the shore. I'm the only one left. The storm took them all. He managed as he tried to stand. The tears ran down his face. Please. It's cold. When he woke, there was no trace of the ship. Only the dawn was left behind by the storm. He felt the creaking of the stairs beneath him that rose from the sea to the door.
That must have been quite a storm to
There
take
was a
home.
sound at the window then. The captain started. His breath was still. Slowly, he turned. face was flushed and timid. He stared at the captain through frightened eyes. The captain reached for something to hold on to. "Help me," he whispered as he rose slowly to his feet. The boy's face went pale. He recognized the sound. Silently, he pulled down the shade against the shadow. Lost at the doorstep of the empty house. I'm trying to find my way home. I'm sorry. I miss you. I miss you. I'm torn. I want I swear I'll be this song. I'll make it up to you. I'll make it up to you. I'll make it up to you.
Is this in the eyes of the captain thinking about his child? Saying to his child, "I miss you," as he's kind of like in his last moments before he passes? I think that's what it is. Or there's two separate stories. I don't think so, though. Wow. What a fantastic song and a great, great album overall. The big standout about these guys is their style, the way they tell a story, and the way that storytelling is backed up by great musicianship. They have that ability to go hard and heavy for exclamation, and then they can ease up a little bit on the throttle and just make you think for a while. They can stretch the song out and leave you with thoughts and let you imagine things on your own. Holy cow, these guys are good. Why the hell have I not heard of Slint? That is shameful. When you're that good and you got fools like me who haven't heard of you, that is shameful. Yeah, man, these guys are great, man. Holy. For me, one of the great things about a band, and it doesn't always have to be that formula, but I really dig their formula. That's what I'm trying to say. It's their ability to tell a story, how they tell that story, and using the musicianship to back up that story. I always use this as one of those great examples. Rush, Bytor and the Snow Dog. And in that period of time in the middle where you know that something is going on with the musicianship, and what you're visualizing is you're visualizing the formation of a battle, everybody jockeying into place and kind of standing off and being ready, that's what you're visualizing in the in-between parts of Bytor and the Snow Dog. These guys have that ability to paint those pictures in your mind and to get you thinking. I really dig that. It's like a cerebral charming, Very, very few have that ability to tell a story, to make exclamation points with the music. The music is just a part of the whole essence of the story being told. That is what I call masterful, a masterful quality in songwriting, musicianship, expressing your thoughts by song. Very, very few have that ability to the level that these guys have. Really, really excellent band. So, yeah, okay. Let's call this the end of side 2. And then let's come back real quick and check these dudes out. See what Slint's all about. See you in the review. Okay, everybody, let's do a review, man. Let's see what these lads are all about. Get a little bit of background information about the album itself. So, Slint. Slint was an American rock band consisting of Brian McMahon, guitar and vocals, David Peugeot, guitar, Britt Walford, drums and vocals, Todd Brashear, bass on Spiderland, and Ethan Buckler, bass on Tweez. They formed in Louisville, Kentucky in 1986. Slint's first album, Tweez, was recorded by engineer Steve Albini in 1987 and released in obscurity on the Jennifer Hartman Records label in 1989. Released in obscurity. It was followed 2 years later by the critically acclaimed Spiderland, released on the independent label Touch and Go Records. They have reunited sporadically since 1990. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pause here, y'all, because my condo complex, they're switching out the huge garbage bins, and it sounds like thunder, man. So let's pause for a sec. Okay, that should be better now. Yeah, so Spiderland is the second and final studio album by American rock band Slint. It contains 6 songs played over 40 minutes and was released by Touch and Go Records on March 27th in 91. Slint's lineup at the time of recording were Brian McMahon on vocals and guitar, David Peugeot on guitar, Todd Brashear on bass guitar, and Britt Walford on drums. Spiderland was engineered by Brian Paulson and recorded over 4 days in August of 1990. The music and vocal melodies were written over the summer of 1990, with the lyrics composed in studio. The band formed in '86 in Louisville, having met as teens playing in the Midwestern punk scene, but soon diverged from their hardcore roots. By the time they recorded Spiderland in late 1990, they had developed a complex, idiosyncratic sound characterized by atypical rhythmic meters, harmonic dissonance, and irregular song structures. And it all works, man. The vocals alternate between spoken word, singing, and shouting. The lyrics are sung in a narrative style and seemingly evokes feelings of unease, social anxiety, loneliness, and despair. Slint broke up shortly before the album's release. In the US, Spiderland attracted little critical notice and sold poorly its first year. I think it's just the way it's been handled and marketed, or not so much. However, it was well received by UK music papers and over the following years sold at a gradual pace and developed a cult following. Its sound is seen as foundational to the mid-90s post-rock movement and is recognized by critics as a milestone of experimental rock, especially for its establishment of the quiet, loud dynamic adopted by later 1990s groups. The quiet, loud dynamic. Good, I'm going to remember that. Good coined phrase. Slint reunited in 2005 to perform the album in its entirety across 3 international tours. Musical style. The band was noted for having syncopated guitar riffs, drastically altering dynamics, and complex song structures and time signatures. McMahon's and Walford's vocals comprised hushed spoken words, singing, and strained screaming. The group has no plans to record new material and have since disbanded after their most recent reunions in 2013 and 2014. Shame. They've got great potential, and the way that they fashion their music and all that they've got going on, it would never ever get dull. It's too bad. definitely I would nominate you guys to get your asses back in the studio and make some concept albums. See, I'm back with that shit. I'm not letting that go, man. I'm like a broken record already. Pun intended. All right, so that concludes our look at this excellent band, Slint, that I've sadly not heard of. It's shameful. Spiderland is a great album, man. Only 6 songs, but really, really excellent. Very, very well crafted, and leaves you wanting more. And that's definitely a really, really good plan. I'm sure whoever is the brainstorm of Slint, they've really got their shit together, man. Excellent. So let me just scroll down my notes here and just see what I got going on. Yeah. So, got reactions I got to hit up, man. Jeffrey, Caden, Jerry, Amy, Jack, and I got a couple of new patrons, so I've got to get on to some reactions for them. So overall, it's going to be a busy week for me, but it's all good, man. Especially if you're giving me this kind of variety and what you're presenting, it's all good. I know I got some Latin grooves coming up, got some progressive metal coming up. We're going back in the past, and I know that we've got some soul grooves. I'm feeling that it's more funk soul grooves. And what else do we have? I believe we got flavors of Southern rock as well. So it's going to be a really nice mixed bag in the next couple of reactions, man. Really digging the channel for that. I'm really digging the fact that I think one of the things I like, there's 2 things I like about this platform, this channel. One, the fact that there's a multifarious mix of variety coming at me. I dig that shit. Every single day, I don't know what the sound is going to be like and from where and not that. I really like that. And I also like the fact that the platform is growing at a nice, steady, manageable pace for me and my life and my lifestyle. I was fearful for a while that I was getting overwhelmed and I would have had to shut this platform down, which would have been a shame. So for a while there, it was threatening. But I think the biggest thing that prevented that from happening is that I decided not to give any respective artist the Led Zeppelin treatment. If I had done that and my subscriber base, listening base, and all that stuff shot through the roof, I would have been overwhelmed and I would have had to have shut this down. So I'm glad I made that call because I think it saved this platform and it saved the channel. Anyway, man, with the channel overall in general, it's very manageable for me and it's growing at a really nice steady pace, and it's not spiking like crazy like the classic rock platform did. It was wild when that happened. So I'm enjoying it more, you know what I'm saying? I'm not in a big heated rush, and I'm not overwhelmed. So what else do I have to say, man? That's pretty much it. I'm enjoying it. I'm digging it. I love the variety. Keep the variety coming. It's really cool. There was something else. Damn, man. I can't remember now. Jeez. But anyway, hey, this was excellent. These guys are really, really talented, man. And I enjoyed every single one of their songs. And I really like their style. I like how they approach storytelling. I like how they use that dynamic of soft and then heavier and then back again. All good, man. Every single thing that they're using to give you that impression, take you on that cerebral trip and that seduction. Fantastic use of musicianship and vocals, man. Anyway, you guys have yourselves a good one. Take care. Next time you see me, it'll be tomorrow. It'll either be Jeffrey's quad or one of my new patrons. I'm not quite sure. We'll see. Anyways, have a good one, and I'll see you later. Peace.